Often I'll look at the species people suggest to see if there's enough info for me to make a video out of them. A lot of the species suggested tend to be too short or way too long. This one is something interesting. Someone suggested bay foxes and someone also suggested waterdogs. I see that both of these species are somewhat similar, one being a dog made of water and the other being a fox made of water. But there are more similarities than just that. For one, their pages are almost like twins of each other, using similar fonts and similar theming. They do vary in the subtypes available, but this one would be the first pair of species I've covered that I thought were a little dangerously similar. Like mochi raptors borrow so many traits from Chimerion that I couldn't tell which came first, the chicken or the Chimerion. So before I make any hard claims, let's cover both the species and compare. Hello everybody, my name is Sera and I come from space with videos for your face. I make a weekly series where I cover your favorite original species in the fandom and ones that you didn't even know existed yet. This episode and the next two episodes are going to be something different. This is my first time covering a species that in advance, I suspect one of them may be copying the other one's homework. We'll be looking at waterdogs first because a couple sources say this close species came first, and then in the next episode I'll go over bay foxes and the similarity between the two. Waterdogs are a close species that are dogs made of sand and water created by captains. Dang it. Sand, water, they're beach themed. I should have covered them in summer. Oh well. Well, at least we're still just in time for Australian summer. So let's get back to chatting about those dingoes and dingals. Waterdogs come in two variants with one subspecies, waterdogs, watercats, and big watercats. There are also a total of 106 possible traits, which I won't be naming. Instead, I'll name all of the coupons you can get for them after discussing the species, since that's how you get those traits as well as how you obtain a waterdog. Waterdogs are the namesake of the species, and like all variants, they are a closed species. They say they come in a variety of colors with various traits and rarities, but every original species does that. Waterdogs must always have sand and water present in their design and can't be entirely comprised of water or sand. They must also have sand on their face and necks, water in their inner ears, can't have a tail made of entirely sand, but they can have an entirely water tail. This tail is also called a wave tail, and similarly they can have wave hair or sand hair, but it can't go past the jaw in length. Those aforementioned traits are considered rare, so you'll need some sand cheddar for those. In addition, a waterdog must be half sand and half water. Because of this, certain traits can cause a conflict in their design rules, such as having a sand shirt and sand pants at the same time wouldn't be allowed. Yikes. Just the idea of sand pants. That's a really good way to get sand in every possible crevice. Anyway, that'd be too much sand and it would throw off the balance. Remember what Thanos says. Balanced, as all things should be. There's an exception in the situation that you have a long dog trait. You can have the sandy shirt pants combo that way. To obtain a water dog, the dog with the water on it,
butter dog, the dog with the butter dog, got the butter on him, the dog with the butter, got the butter on him.
You can get them in MYO slots, sales, auctions, official breeding batches, self-breed slots, which cost the most of any ticket, customs, official raffles, contests, events, trades, vouchers, or resale from the members of the community. So there are many different ways to get them. They say the lore is pretty loose as long as it doesn't break the established rules and traits. For lore so far, water pups are made by the ocean. The gender of the parents doesn't matter when it comes to breeding, and the parents wait on the beach until a baby washes up on shore like driftwood or those soda can rings that you keep forgetting to cut before you throw them away. So basically, magic, or the stork, or whatever you want to call it, water cats are, you guessed it, water dogs, but cats. Water cats, however, are a super rare variant, meaning they're much more difficult to get. The majority of this section is a copy-paste of the water dogs, just changing dog with cat. The difference here is water cats cannot be gained through MYOs or self-breeds, unless they're from contests. You can get them through sales and auctions from captains and mods, official breed batches, customs from captains, raffles, contests, trades, and if you know about Chimerion, you know the whole deal with all that stuff. It's a lot of the similar stuff. Important part, they're the same as the dogs, you just can't get them for trading your art for sand dollars, which we'll go over sand dollars later. The big cat variant, the site shows all the same info for them as water cats, but they're an exclusive rarity, so I guess you can only find one copy of their card in an entire booster box. Before we can get into the many traits this community offers its creators, we need to get into how you obtain one since they're a close species. Similar to Chimerion, Waterdogs have a funny money system called sand dollars, where you make fan art, prompt art, or event art, and they compensate you with this said currency. Initially, I was pretty against these systems. It feels like microtransactions where your artwork is exchanged for tickets to redeem the right to make your own art of these characters. It's pretty weird to pay for the right to make your own thing. At least I thought so. But after discussing it with other actual artists, unlike myself, who is an outsider to these communities, I have since changed my mind on these. Before I saw this as a scam or a phone game-like monetization system to get lots of free art while effectively giving nothing in return. But in actuality, these systems are just systems, abstracts, used to reward behaviors the community would already be participating in, and it gives them the opportunity to turn what they'd already be doing into additional rewards. Which is why many of these communities don't let commissioned works count towards receiving the funny money, because they're already being compensated. Anyway, I did figure out how much it would take to redeem a character, or an MYO slot for a character. If you did one full body lined with full color piece for someone, it'd be worth between 250 and 500 sand dollars. This means it would take between 18 and 9 pieces to get enough to buy a ticket to get your own MYO ticket. This MYO ticket is the free way to get a character. When I first made this video, I dwelled way too long on this, which is why I kind of redid it, but I've realized it was just my narrow perspective shooting me in the foot. You can also get the characters through auctions and resales, and stuff like that. But for now, the traits, and you'll see the prices on the screen for those too. You have 3 runestones you can get: multiple eyes, mist trait, or color changing eyes. Then the rest are coupons for other traits, and they are antenna, blank eyes, bobtail, dark sclera, dorsal fin, bonus tail, fins, gills, halo, heterochromia, horns, ice, long ears, mermaid tail, mismatching eye color. This means the iris can be a different color than the water. No tail, rainbow, red, gray, black, white water, saber-tooth, sand color change, sand pants, sand sweater, shaped tail, snow instead of sand, spikes, spines, split water, unnatural sand colors, water color changer, and wings. If you're interested in this species, I have links in the description. Next video, I'll be discussing the alleged clone, air quotes on that, which is an open version, which if it's true, I can see why someone would want to make a clone. Some people are very against funny money systems and the very idea of closed species in general. But for now, I have to go walk my yellow water dog that is definitely not made of piss. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, maybe one of your friends would too, so consider sharing it with them. Special thanks to all my patrons and YouTube members, people like Ruroom, Kit Chimera, Vaderson, Blonsk, Series, Romu, Linky, Ukulele Otter, and Colorado Blue make it so I can do what I do and try new stuff like podcasting and iceberg videos. To check it out, click the join button below the video, or the links in the description, and hey, while you're there, maybe leave a like. Bye-bye.